My uncle used to kinda live with my family part-time. His apartment was in Japan, but he'd spend practically every other month living with us in the US. He had his own bedroom at our house that he'd leave most of his stuff in so that he didn't have to pack a big bag suitcases every trip. Well, he was very close with my dog and used to spend all day hanging out with her when my parents were at work and my brother and I at school. But since he routinely left for extended periods of time, my dog was used to his frequent long absences and wouldn't freak out if he didn't show for a few weeks. Unfortunately, during one visit, my uncle had a sudden heart attack in the middle of the night. He managed to wake up my parents so that they could take him to the hospital. When he got there, he underwent intense surgery that left him brain damaged and unable to leave the hospital. He was in there for over a month, but my dog was calm and clearly just thought he had gone back to Japan for a bit. That night he died was kinda sudden and suddenly felt like any other night at first. My parents had gotten a call and left for the hospital, and I stayed at home with my friend and we played with my dog outside. Hours later, my parents called to tell me the news. My dog was in another room and the phone wasn't even on speakerphone, but somehow she just still knew. She immediately started howling and crying, then ran down to my uncle's room, dug through his closet and started rubbing his face and all of his shirts while whimpering and hyperventilating. It was simultaneously the single most eerie and heart-wrenching, touching thing I ever experienced.